For this video, we'll be covering CS Discovery's Unit 2, Web Development, Lesson 4, the mini project for an HTML web page. So they do have a project guide, peer review, and a rubric that talks about creating your own little mini project. So we can look at this if we want to, just to see what we've got here. You can just make a copy of it. Okay, so in this you're supposed to define a goal of your personal web page and prepare and develop the page by designing it on paper first, and then you'll use your HTML to go ahead and actually create the code for the page. Okay, so think about what you would like to share with the world on your web page, and also step 2, we're going to design it. How can your web page design communicate your personal value? And what content is important to include in your web page? How should your content be organized so that it is clear, and what is the most important? And then you can just sketch out kind of a brief sketch of what you want your web page to look like. And then in this step here, we'll write down what HTML tags we'll need. Okay, so you'll probably need some H1 or H2, H3 tags, some heading tags, as well as paragraph tags. Okay, and then once you've got it planned out, you can go ahead and start creating your web page. And then afterwards you can reflect on what your favorite thing is about your site that you made. So I'm going to go back over to the actual content. So we're going to start here with some examples of HTML tags that we've used in previous lessons. So we can go ahead and review these. We'll start with the paragraphs. All right, for this one they want us to use the paragraph tags to separate the content into different paragraphs. So we've got animals native to the Americas, and then we've got this big huge section of text. So it looks like they've already got it broken down on the left side, so that makes this really easy to see where they would probably like the paragraphs to be. So remember the paragraph tag, that's how the opening one looks right here, and then we'll just go ahead and put a closing paragraph tag at the end. Make sure your closing paragraph tag has that slash before the P. We'll start this one here for coyotes. We'll start a new paragraph, and then at the end of here we'll do the closing tag for the paragraph. Rattlesnakes, again we'll start a new paragraph for rattlesnakes, and then at the end of that paragraph we will put our closing paragraph tag. Same thing for tortoises. We'll start it with the paragraph opening tag, close it with a closing paragraph tag. Now we'll hit refresh and save and take a look on this side, and each of these paragraphs are separated out. So we'll go ahead and move to the next section. Let's go ahead and debug paragraph tags. So in this one they want us to fix the code so we don't have any more pink. So this is got a problem here. An opening tag should not have a slash before the P. So that's a regular opening tag. Then we've got, looks like they want to do a closing paragraph tag here, but they just have a regular opening one. So let's close it. So these are the opening and closing tags for this paragraph. Next we have a new paragraph. It looks like we've got some mixed up code again. So remember, your opening tag shouldn't have a slash. Your closing tag should. So now we've got no more pink errors. So we'll refresh and save that. Now we've got two paragraphs. Next step is debug the missing paragraph in step C. So we'll come over here, and it looks like the second paragraph is missing. Can we fix the bug? So we've got, we got some different colors here. Okay, usually when you see pink on here, it'll mean there's an issue. So this one we can fix just by fixing this tag here. They forgot to put the greater than sign. And this one, they forgot to put the greater than sign again. And it looks like that is the only issue. So now everything's showing up okay. We'll go ahead and save that and move to the next. For D, they want us to debug the headings and fix any problems with the headings. So we'll look here. We've got a H1 and a H3. Let's make them both H1. So it'll be the largest size heading. Okay, then we've got a paragraph. We've got a little bit smaller one for ballet, an H3, but they closed it with an H1, so you always have to use the same type of tag. So you can't do an H3 opening and an H1 closing. That's going to cause a problem. Next one, we've got an H1 b-boying. So that's a style of dance, just like ballet is a style of dance. So let's go ahead and make it the same size heading as ballet, which was an H3. So I'm actually going to change the opening one in this case to match with the ballet H3. Let's go down some more, and everything else looks good. We'll go ahead and hit refresh and save and move to the next. So for section E, they want us to add larger heading to the top of the page. So this is about animals of the sea. So what do we want to put? It's really up to you. We've got dolphins and coral, orca whales. So let's go ahead and make sure you put it inside of the body. Any content you want to show on the page should go inside of the body tags. Okay, so right before our first paragraph, we're going to say animals. Woo, I need a heading first. Okay, so we got our H1 heading. We're going to say animals of the sea. And then we're going to close our H1 tag. And now we've got a large heading, animals of the sea, a brief description, and then different animals with a paragraph for each one. So we'll go ahead and refresh and save that and move to the next one. So now we've got our line break in F. We saw that in the headings lesson if you work through towards the end. So in this one, they want us to use the line break tag to separate each line. So we've got scrolling through my phone. Let's put a line break tag, which is just the less than sign, BR greater than sign. And then after the internet connects us, we'll do the same thing, a line break. Now these line break tags do not need an opening and closing tag. It's just a single tag. And then for better or worse, it's already ending there, so we don't need another break after that. So we're good. That's the end of the paragraph. We can go ahead and refresh and save, and now these are all separate. Okay, looks like we got through all of those, so that's great. We can go ahead and move to the next section. So we can choose from the following activities: create a bulleted list or create an ordered list. So a bulleted list is going to have these bullets. An ordered list is going to have numbers. So let's go ahead and look at both of them. All right, so for this one, they want to look at how the UL and LI tags are used to create an unordered list, and then they want us to create our own list. So if we turn the inspector on, you can come to this list here. If you go to the left side a little bit, you can see, let me scroll down, you can see UL to begin the code. That means unordered list, so a bulleted list, and then you have your closing /UL. Now every single item that's in your list is going to be signified by an LI tag. Okay, so every item in your list is going to have an LI tag at the beginning and then a closing LI tag at the end. So we've got breakfast foods here. Now we've got desserts. Ooh, it looks like we don't have any desserts showing up. So let's go ahead and create some new code for the desserts. So we're going to do our unordered list tag, which is the UL, and then we're going to go ahead and list some items. So we'll have a list item here. We've got chocolate chip cookies, and then we'll close it with a closing list item tag. We've got our next list item, which let's say it's brownies. Okay, and then make sure you close it with a closing list item tag. And then the last one, I'll say no bake cookies. As you can see, I like chocolate desserts. All right, so are we missing anything? Yes, we are. We've got our 3 list items, but we forgot to close out the unordered list. So /UL, and now we don't have any more pink. We've got our 2 sets of lists, the one that was already there for breakfast and then our new one we did for desserts. So we can refresh and save it and then hit finish, and then we can click on create ordered list, and this is very similar. The difference is an ordered list starts with OL for the tag instead of UL. So we're going to go ahead and add an ordered list to this one. So we have the top 5 reasons the turtle is the best pet. Okay, so we've got a lot of different reasons here. Let's go ahead and make them a list, an ordered list. So an ordered list is OL again for your tag. And then for each item in your list, we're going to do the LI tag. And then we'll just go ahead and close them out with the closing list item tag. So I'm just going through here and setting our list item tag for each one, and then closing them at the end of the line. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Now I just need to have my closing OL. Remember, this is an ordered list, so we got to do our closing OL tag. Make sure you have your slash there. And then now everything's set up perfectly. We don't have any pink. If we refresh and save this and just have a look, and we've got 5 different reasons why a turtle is the best pet. Okay, so we're finished with that one. We can hit finish. Now for this one, this is where you actually create your own page. So we'll finish this up in the next video.